Welcome back. I hope everybody had a great weekend. Since we do news here, we're obligated to sometimes tell you a bunch of things you need to be worried about. Today we'll warn you about skeeters, we'll warn you about gators, and we'll warn you about getting pulled over with a vehicle full of cocaine. You just never know when you might face any of those situations. I'm Mike Morgan and we're down in Alabama. AL.com's Anna Bain reports that through last week, the Mobile County Health Department had confirmed 12 cases of West Nile virus since the beginning of August. Now it's peak time for West Nile from August through the winter's first freeze. Mobile County Health Officer Bernard Eichel II said, "The public should assume that there are mosquitoes carrying the disease throughout Mobile County. Now that means we all need to set into motion our anti-mosquito regimen. Repellent, limiting evening hours outside, empty standing water around the house, get your youngins to shut the door behind them for once." People who do get West Nile virus can have symptoms that include high fever, severe headache, nausea, stiff neck, confusion, muscle weakness, paralysis, disorientation, and seizures. Adding confusion to all that is that most of us suffered each one of those symptoms during last week's political brouhaha. Now, the Mobile County Health Department is going to do more spraying, take surveys, and try to test some local mosquitoes. The Bay Animal Clinic in Fairhope is warning dog owners about alligators, AL.com's John Sharp reports. One of the clinic's customers told him that his dog was attacked by a gator in the Fly Creek area. The dog's name's Bonnie, but it probably ought to be Lucky. It was apparently bitten twice and even taken under by the gator, but survived. Now, gators are worse about hanging around and losing their fear if they're fed by people. Now, I'm not saying that happened in this case, but just in general, don't feed the gators, especially your pets. Y'all know about Florida Man, right? Every time there's news of the weird story down in Florida, and there are a lot of news of the weird stories down in Florida, all the headlines always start with Florida Man. Things like Florida Man seen riding jet ski down the highway, and this one, Florida Man answers the door naked after setting fire to home while trying to bake cookies. Now, Florida Man's got a Twitter account and everything. I have no data on how often Florida Man is a University of Florida Gator fan, but I figure it's always. Well, Florida Man sometimes finds his way into Alabama news. In this case, Florida Man was stopped for an alleged traffic violation by Saraland police on I-65. Authorities say a police canine found 130 pounds of cocaine inside James Bernard Brady's Ford Expedition. That's $4.1 million worth of coke. He was arrested and charged with trafficking and possession of drug paraphernalia. This particular Florida man is from Opelika, Florida. That's down in the Miami-Fort Lauderdale area and way different from Opelika, Alabama. Now, thanks everybody for listening. We'll brief you every day this week on Alabama news. In between, y'all stop by and see us anytime at AL.com.